Whether your campaign starts in one or your players are just traveling about the world, it's almost inevitable that you're going to need a tavern and inn for a nice warm bed, a spot of food, and an ale among friends. Hello everyone, Everdawn here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to create a tavern and inn for our fantasy world. Historically, while not unheard of, it was actually fairly rare for a tavern to double as an inn or vice versa. However, in the context of a tabletop RPG, mostly out of convenience, it's usually easier to make them one and the same. But what do you do when your party of weary adventurers stumble out of the catacombs and into a random rural village looking for a long rest? In small villages and towns, the local tavern might double as a town hall, or a place where the local traveling magistrate conducts official business. Deciding every detail of such an important place can seem a bit daunting. Fortunately, it doesn't have to be. The first thing you need to do is to understand where it fits within the story that you and your fellow players are telling. If it's going to be a focal point of your campaign, a place where your players are going to come back to time and time again, you're going to want to put far more effort into it than if it was just a random hole in the wall as your party travels from one town to another. The quickest way to generate a random tavern and inn is to hop onto the website Don John. Yes, it's an odd name for a site that offers a host of tools for generating random RPG content, but it's also the one I probably use the most. There's a link down below in the description. Once you have Don John open, click the fantasy link, which will open a drop-down menu. Second from the bottom of that menu is a link labeled Random Inn Generator. You will then get an awesome random inn from its name, location, description of the building, the name of the innkeeper, a list of menu items, a few random patrons, and even a few rumors that you could turn into plot hooks for all sorts of adventures. The cool thing here is that if you don't like any one of the particular options, you can click on the page near the name of that section and it will regenerate a completely new set of options for that section. There are even a couple of drop-down menus at the top that will allow you to change the inn from a poor one to a fancy one, and change the patrons from regular townsfolk to adventurers. Once you get a set that you like, you can copy and paste all of that information into Obsidian Notes, and boom, one randomly generated inn and tavern. In a pinch, this tool can fill in pretty much any sort of inn and tavern you might need when your players surprise you and want a place to have a bit of a drink. It can also be a starting off point to help you build up a detailed and elaborate centerpiece for your campaign, by taking bits and pieces presented here in the randomizer and expanding on them with your imagination and other tools. It's how I built the Tangled Crossroads, an inn and tavern tucked away in a quiet corner of the town of Mudtrottle. Every once in a while I come back to it, add a little something new, and over time it has built up a little history and a few secrets of its own. Well, there you go, folks. I hope your mugs are always full and the bards sing tales of your adventures. Until next time, roll some dice and have some adventures, and I hope the rest of your day goes well. Goodbye.